So how can I begin to trust my feelings more as opposed to my action? Because I think if I really, truly, truly believe that if I control my feelings about a situation, that it would get better versus doing something about
Well,
it. Well,
that's all true. If you can control your feelings, it will get better. So here's what we would suggest. Knowing what you now know, just begin paying attention. When you find yourself with what you acknowledge is some negative momentum, and then later you can feel that that negative momentum has subsided, ask yourself, what did I do? What happened? And it will be a handful of things. I got distracted, which means the momentum wasn't that great. Or I had a good night's sleep, which meant you really slowed the momentum. Well, that's it. That's it. That's about it. Or I found another thought that felt better and focused upon it, which is not the easiest thing to do in the middle of negative momentum. How are you feeling about this? You are deliberate creators. Do you like knowing that? And so we say to you, you create your own reality, and you like that, don't you? And then we say, you create your own reality because you direct your own thoughts, and you like that, yes? And then we say, and sometimes you create a reality that you don't want, and a momentum gets going, and there's not too much you can do about that. You don't like that, do you? We can tell that you're not really enjoying this conversation. You create your own reality, but you've fallen out of an airplane, and you just got to hang on, it'll be over soon. But we want to say, but aren't you going to be right back up in an airplane? And aren't you going to be right back up in an airplane? And aren't you going to be right up? In other words, are there really that many things that happen that you don't have another option about later? That's what we're wanting to get across to you, is that you're working too hard. We see some of you in your determination to be deliberate creators, thinking really a lot and just making it worse. You are problem-oriented. I've got to get to the bottom of this problem. And so we say to you, the vibration of a problem and the vibration of the solution are very different vibrations. The vibration of a question and the vibration of an answer are very different vibrations. So if you keep asking the question, why can't I figure this out? Why is this so hard? What am I doing wrong? Where is the solution? What's going on here? Why is it happening this way? Can you feel the momentum? Can you feel the momentum? And can you ever get to the solution or to the answer when that's what you've kept going on? Did all the sifting and the sorting and the knowing what you don't want and the asking for what you do want. That's the hard work. That's the sifting through life. That's the hard work. The asking is the hard work. The determination of what you want is the hard work. Everything else is easy because once you've identified, oh, we're going to go to a really good place. Let's just settle down here. Because we're right on the brink of an explanation that you've been looking for a long time that's going to settle right into you. Yeah. So, you sift through the contrast and you ask for what you want. You with us? But you're not up to speed with it yet because the contrast gave birth to it, but you don't believe it. So, you've got a desire that you don't believe. So your desire's on this disc, but you're on this one. You don't believe it, so you're not going to realize it yet. And because you don't realize it yet, you keep asking. And so you clarify it further. And because you still don't believe it, you keep asking, so you clarify it further. Till there becomes a momentum that is so powerful that it actually, vibrationally, actualizes. It's a done deal. It's created. It's done. You've created it. You can't see it yet because you're still in a different vibration, but you have created it. Now, you do the thing that we're asking you to do, which is just chill. And in the absence of resistance, your vibration raises, and now it flows into your experience. And you say, oh, but I wanted it to be harder work all along the way. So now, here's the new piece. Ooh. So, you accept that the vibrational reality exists, and that it hasn't actualized in your experience quite yet. So now, you're talking about what you want and why you want it. You're practicing the feeling of what that feels like. Not head on, Oh, not head on. Because when you think about the specifics of what you want, before you have them, what are you more likely to do? Notice that it hasn't happened yet. So when you think about what you want specifically and you don't have it, you shoot yourself in the foot, so to speak. You choose a different vibration that holds it off longer. But when you focus upon things unrelated, then your vibration raises and you allow yourself the receiving of it. We think that you just helped us to state in really clear fashion that what your hang-up has been. We love you all so much. You're trying to work hard to deserve the well-being that's coming to you.
Yes.
And you're already so deserving and don't even know it. And in your effort at proving your deservability, you said, tell me that I am awesome. Tell me that I am awesome. And we could not feel your awesomeness more. But it's not our feeling it that is necessary. It's your feeling it that's necessary. We always know you're awesome, you see. And you don't want your emotions to follow your observations. You want your emotions to lead your observations. You see, you want to get out ahead of it. You're not observing reality and having emotional responses. You're creating reality and having emotional responses. But you're creating reality with your emotional responses. Really? I create with my emotion? So I get on the annoying disc and I create? So the emotion is the indicator of your point of attraction. Well, we certainly have identified the problem, haven't we? I offer a vibration and stuff comes to it. So now what's the next problem is, or the next question is, can I control the vibration that I'm offering? Can you? And what are your best chances of controlling your vibration? When are your best chances of controlling your vibration? First thing in the morning, right after a nap, right after you've meditated. So now, what if, here's a really novel idea. What if there are positive things in the world that I could observe that would get a good vibration going? Would it be prudent to focus upon those things? To make a list of those things? To focus upon those positive aspects, a sort of falling back thing that when you focus, is there anything in your life that you can think of that every time you do, you feel really good when you think about it? Can you think of something like that? Or someone like that? Is there a memory that you have that makes you feel like that? So there are plenty of things. You could sift through life and find positive things to focus upon. But what if you're annoyed? What if you're annoyed? What if you're really annoyed? What if it's been going on for a while? Like a month. And you're just annoyed. Is law of attraction serving up to you a lot of things that aren't annoying? Or are annoying things what are jumping on your disc and surrounding you? So now what are your options? If the momentum is strong, so even though you try to sift and you try to find something that feels a little better and a little better and a little better and a little better, you don't make much headway. So now what are your options? The cork is bobbing on the surface of the water. That's up there in the pure high-flying vibration. That's where you belong. That's who you really are. That's what's natural. The cork floats up there. You can hold the cork under the water, but when you let go of it, it's going to pop right back to the surface. So what things can you think of that you might do on a regular basis that would cause you to let go of the cork?
Go general.
Going general helps some. If the momentum's not strong, what else?
Take a nap. I really
Take
like
a nap.
taking naps.
Take a nap. Take a nap causes you to temporarily let go of the cork unless you wake up and pick right up where you left off.
That's the problem.
Well, then you need a longer nap. So what if a belief which is a position on one of these grids. What if it's just a thought that I keep thinking? And what if every time I stumble across something that makes me feel good, what if I practice that thought longer? What if I milk it for more? What if I give it more airtime? What if, when I recognize that I'm feeling good, I focus on it longer, I practice it longer, I achieve a more substantial vibrational frequency? What if I make that a belief? What if I make that a belief? Because a belief is just a thought I keep thinking. So what if, when I do come across something that feels good when I come across it, I stay there longer, I milk it longer. I don't talk to too many people about it because they might not be there and they might not assist me in staying there. Oh, I've got this one good friend that I can count on. But that's the power of mastermind. What if I practice that vibration until it becomes a more powerful, dominant player in my vibrational frequency? So now I've been practicing that. It's pretty strong within me. Lots of things feel like that, and things are happening around me that really let me know that I've been doing pretty good, because I'm on that disc, and other good feeling people and things are getting on that disc with me. So life's just getting better and better. So the more good stuff that happens, the more I talk about it, and the more I talk about it, more good stuff happens. And then I stumble across an old belief. Maybe I meet an old friend, or I hear a piece of music, or something takes me to that lower disc, and I recognize that I'm on that lower disc, but I've also got more recent memory of feeling better. Do I have a better chance now in the early subtle stages of stumbling across that, of not engaging and not adding more power to that? Yes. And doesn't it seem logical that if every time I find that lower disc, I consciously say, oh wait, I really don't want to give this power, like we did with our friend earlier. If you've been watching us or listening to us, we've been taking microphones right away from people. In other words, let's not go further about that. Let's not continue to engage about that. Let's not continue to practice the vibration of that. Let's not encourage the momentum of that. Let's keep this momentum going. So when you dip into that temporarily, but you don't keep it going, every time you do that, it dissipates until those lower vibrations, those beliefs that aren't serving you, just fade into the background because of inactivity. And their inactivity is because of your less and less and less and less attention to them and things like them. Until your frequency just moves upward, 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 until it's really a rare day when you dip into something less than feeling really good. That's how it works, you see. Just a little bit at a time. You know everything that you need to do about this. Just keep applying every process that we've offered, and we've offered many, and there are many more coming. Every process is about releasing resistance, which allows the natural raising of vibration. So, what are you? Are you a deliberate creator? Or are you a deliberate allower? Did you have to be deliberate when you put it into the vortex? It just went there. Your life put it there. Do you have to send a text message to Source every day? Remember what I put there, and please keep it active. And while you're at it, please keep the sun coming up every morning. And move the water around the planet. And my heart. I'd like my heart to keep pumping, please. And there are a whole lot of things that you just don't have to keep reminding about. In other words, Source is on it. Source has got it. Step 2 is not your work. You are a deliberate allower. You are a deliberate grid disc chooser. You are a deliberate feeler. You are a deliberate being awarer. You are a deliberate awarer of how you feel. You are deliberately aware of how you feel. You are a deliberate soother. You are a deliberate soother of yourself. Get up, you little dummy. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I mean, good for you. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. No matter how you are temporarily allowing yourself to feel, you are awesome.